Welcome to another episode of You're Aware with Who. In today's episode, we're sitting down with a good friend of mine, Santino. Welcome to the show.
Yes. Welcome.
Thank y'all for having me.
Of course. Welcome.
Oh, real quick, are we live first?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's okay. Yes. We actually,
Of course, I asked that one.
we asked that question a few times, so that's good.
All right, yeah,
I'm
yeah,
glad
yeah.
you checked.
Yeah, well, it's a good point, too. I'm glad that everyone actually is checking, too.
Yeah. We should start by telling people.
Yeah, I know.
Welcome to the podcast. Welcome to You're Aware with Who. You can curse.
Yeah,
Throw
right.
it out there.
That's
That's the new intro.
All right. So, you know that you're a music producer, but also a DJ.
Yeah.
I'll dive in and get a sense of like how you first got started in DJing in the Philly area or just in general.
I got into DJing because I was producing music and I started falling in love with EDM music, so I just started making a bunch of remixes.
I should get a board because I think almost every guest we had so far said they started because of EDM.
With EDM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I mean, yeah. Because again, I was producing mainly like reggaeton and trap, and then I just randomly I went to a festival. I think it was Mad Decent Block Party.
Yeah.
Back when they used to do it on Festival
Back
Pier.
when that was a thing.
Yeah.
Before they got rid of that.
Yeah,
I know
I was
those
so heartbroken.
well. Oh, I
was
miss
so
them.
heartbroken.
I miss them so much.
So then I remember this specifically because I wanted to see Major Lazer, but there was this group called Yellow Claw. Holy shit, the energy was crazy. So that made me just want to be a DJ.
I was at that event. You're taking me back.
Oh, yeah.
That was such a good show.
Oh yeah, right before I think Alice in Wonderland had a broken leg.
Yep.
Performing.
She was out there,
on-
like
Really?
on crutches.
Yeah, it was dope.
Was that the one Lil Uzi was at too?
I
Or
don't
was that a different
know.
one?
I don't know. I actually had to dip early because I got
Okay.
called like super last minute to DJ. I was
Yeah.
like, so I ended up missing Major
Yeah.
Lazer,
Oh,
but
man.
I saw like Yellow Claw that just like,
They crushed.
Yeah.
dude, their crowd engagement, the energy, oh my God, it was crazy.
Yeah.
But so the performance aspect, I fucking loved it. And then so I started, trying to make EDM remixes, and I did a bunch of that. And eventually, I would start to like network with some people and be like, yo, I'm a producer, check these out. And then, a lot of DJs started playing my shit, which I'm like, hell yeah. But then I'm like, wait a minute, like, I should be doing this, getting paid to play my remixes and shit like that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
let's see how I can like get my stuff in there. And so just networking.
Networking.
Yeah, I started in this little spot up in New Hope
Yeah.
called Havana.
Okay.
The dude up there who had like the residency, he taught me how to DJ essentially. So
Damn. So you said networking. He take us through that process of actually connecting with people in the industry and
oh dude, oh my God,
then
that was
taking step by step of like what you need to do.
yeah. That was honestly a pain in the ass, but very important. Literally, it's all about just constantly being in the scene, just showing your face.
Yeah.
And then they'll recognize you. And obviously, try to stand out as best as you can. Don't try to like, I don't know. I didn't like try to like push it or pretend to be this. I don't know. Just be genuine. Just be genuine. That's it.
Yeah.
Eventually, I guess people started to take a liking towards me and
Yeah.
remembering my face and I'm
Yeah,
not mean. I'm a nice guy. I can be funny at times, but yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
So Santino, I don't even know if this like real name or it's like a stage name.
Not at all. Yeah, stage
Is
name.
it a stage
Yeah,
name?
yeah.
All right. That's the one thing I wanted to make sure I asked. So do people actually know your real name or you just go by Santino?
Some people do, yeah. Actually, what's funny now, I actually just went through like a name change process.
Really?
Yeah. Fun fact for all you fuckers listening. Actually, just recently got adopted by my stepdad. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
awesome,
yeah,
man.
thank you.
Yeah.
And so we did like a whole name change process too.
Yeah.
So.
Very cool.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, so my real name now is Josue Benito Rivera. Not Rivera. Yanez Knight. Rivera was like my old last name, so I got rid of that and put it on.
Yeah. Damn, is that what that 5 names? Can you say it one more time?
It's Josue Benito Yanez Knight. So Yanez Knight are the 2 last names. It's like super like common in like Spanish culture for you to take your mom and your dad's last name.
Yeah.
So
Oh, that's really dope. I like that. I like that a lot.
So how did you land on the stage name that you chose?
I didn't want to pick anything like corny. Like I'm not trying to like diss any other DJs that are out there, but like some of these names be fucking wild. And I didn't want it to be like, I want it to be something like simple, but something that stands out.
Yeah.
And like 2 of my favorite movies, there just happened to be a character named Santino. So
Okay.
yeah, Godfather, which was the
Classic.
his oldest son. His name is Sonny, but his real name's Santino. And I was like, yo, that has a nice little ring to it. And then John Wick Chapter 2, that movie hits.
Yeah.
But like the main antagonist, his name is Santino.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, he made John Wick do like a blood oath, everything. Yeah. But he was like super cool. I was like, yo, the name is fire. So Santino.
And it just stuck, and you started playing under that name, and it worked.
Yeah. You know what was kind of difficult in the beginning was when I was introducing myself, because Santino is an Italian name.
Yeah.
I'm Latino, so they would go Santiago. So I kept having to like kind of be a dick and say no, it's Santino, and finally. Yeah.
Hey,
I got it.
Yeah, now get on you.
Oh yeah.
That was good.
Yeah.
So, have you always been a Philly based? Were you born, raised in Philadelphia?
No, I came from the suburbs, Bucks County. Grew up in Warminster, yeah.
Okay.
Grew up in Warminster. Started DJing up in that spot, New Hope, which was maybe like 30 minutes away, but from here it's like a whole hour.
Yeah.
And then my next move was, just network down here in Philly. So
Nice.
Yeah.
And how's that been? Has it been an easy transition, like connecting with people in the city, or was there a lot of like barriers to break through to actually
I think
feel comfortable?
Mainly the main barrier to break through is just like the networking aspect of it. Just again, just constantly being there. Like even though like I lived in Warminster at the time, it was like 30, 40 minutes away. Sometimes that drive would be like, that drive would suck, especially like after a night and you're like, you want to turn up and you can't turn up because you don't want to get DUIs and shit like that. Like cops
Probably not.
Yeah, cops in Philly are like not that like
Yeah.
not that strict, but up in the suburbs, bro, they'll get you for anything. So.
Right. No, totally.
So it was just, being in the scene constantly. That was just mainly the main thing.
Yeah.
I came in like at the perfect timing.
Yeah.
Like literally right before quarantine hit.
Okay.
So like once like quarantine hit, like everyone was like
shut down.
Everyone was like back to square one.
Yeah.
And I already like knew some people, so it was as if like we just like we're all like at that same level because no one was doing shit. So.
True.
Yeah. How did like the whole quarantining? How did that affect what you were doing in the industry? Like obviously, like clubs shut down and all that stuff. So.
Honestly, it was how do I even say this? Like it was weird, but it was like interesting, but it was like super dope actually, because when quarantine hit, I actually stayed with Nico.
Nico also?
Yeah, Nico also. Yeah. Shout out to him. Because he was still living at Drexel. So like every day I would just go hang out with him. We would like be producing music, coming up with different ideas to like just to I guess create more content and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We would like do a bunch of like live streaming. We learned how to use all that. We'd be like going on Amazon, buying all the equipment, buying everything we can just to do all that stuff. So it was dope. I learned how to use Photoshop and like video editing and all that stuff. So it was really, I had that to me, not just, producing music and DJing, but I could do all that as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we just, honestly, we just worked and worked our ass off. And
it sounded like it was a perfect opportunity for like you and Nico just to hone in on like your skills.
Yeah. Nico already had, quite the name for himself. But then like once quarantine and once it started lifting up, then like he just took off running.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. You guys, I know, produced a song together.
Yeah, that was way back. Yeah.
Was that before COVID or during quarantine?
That happened during.
Damn.
Oh yeah.
What was the energy like when you first dropped it? I guess live in the crowd.
Man, I'm not gonna lie. I was like nervous as shit. I always feel self-conscious like whenever like I play my own remixes, even though like most people wouldn't even fucking know that yet. But obviously we would announce it every time we about to drop it. Like, yo, it's our original song. Yo, better fuck with us. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe like, you know, start to sweat a little bit. I'm like, oh shit, hope they like it. But
Where did you first drop it?
The first time wasn't anything like crazy. We were at like Vera. We were at Vera, so we only had like the little like outside bar area.
Yeah.
I mean, people that were rocking with it, I mean, they love Jersey Club. It's pretty much Jersey Club and Dembo mixed. But then I would say like the next time we like really like went with it is when we started DJing at Lobby, which is up in like Elizabeth, North Jersey.
Okay.
It's a pretty big venue. They usually get like pretty big DJs from like New York and that whole northern Jersey area. So that was dope too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sweet.
Mad people there. It was great.
Yeah.
We actually took that opportunity to shoot like the music video for it, even though it was just, you know, just us partying, girls shaking ass, all that shit. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I guess what has been the most challenging part so far in your career, like DJing, producing? You mentioned networking. Has that been a challenge at all? It seems like it hasn't.
No, I wouldn't say that was challenging for me. Probably the challenging part I would say is just it's like the content. Like nowadays you gotta keep everything like going and going and going. And so, I mean, you know, and I'm, you know, as a producer, I remember I would be, you know, used to doing shit behind the scenes, and now I'm in front of the scenes or in front of the camera, so I gotta like constantly be on myself to do everything. I mean, I have help with Eric now since he party animal like myself. So.
I feel like we've heard from like so many guests
Yeah.
that like you're not just doing the creative, like you're doing it's like I'm running a business, I'm doing my own content creation, I'm doing like the actual production.
Yeah.
That must eat up so much time for you.
Yeah, yeah.
Hard to balance.
Yeah, I would say it is
A little
pretty,
bit.
yeah, a little difficult to balance, but like, I mean, to be doing what I'm doing now, and you know, being able to make a living off it, like I couldn't, you know.
Yeah.
Happy to do it.
Oh
like,
yeah.
yeah.
I have no room to complain, and I love it. Like, what was it? My stepdad once told me, if you choose a career path and something you enjoy, you'll never have to work a day in your life. So that always
so
stuck
true.
with me. So.
Definitely. What would you say, like, are there any pieces of it that you like the most out of what you do every day?
I mean, I love music, but
Yeah. I'm sure it's different, like, being on the production side versus, like, being out DJing.
oh yeah, it's
Like-
so different. Sometimes like, I'll spend like hours in the studio and not have like anything
Nothing to show,
for it.
yeah.
And I'll be so frustrated. I'll be like, oh motherfucker. But then there's other times where I'm in there and I'll just fucking just bang out so much shit. I'm like, oh fuck, like.
Yeah.
Does that just, like, depend on your, like, vibe that day of, like, how you're feeling
Yeah.
and what you accomplish? Like, it just changes?
Yeah. It could be that. It could be whatever, like, I was, you know, inspired by earlier in the day or something like that. Like, it could be something as like, oh, I was listening to, you know, some bachata earlier and I like these, the little guitaras. I want to maybe do something with that. Or it really just depends. Yeah, the vibe, the mood, the company too. Sometimes, like, most of the time I'll be by myself, but other times I'll like bring him along or my photographer or some other people just to vibe out and stuff. So
Yeah.
or if other producers that want to collab, like, so I'll, you know, bring them.
What's the focus, I guess, at the moment? What type of music are you currently producing, whether it's EDM, Latin?
Yeah, no, I've been focused more on, like, as far as production, just doing like EDM.
EDM music?
Yeah. So I'm working on that diligently, and it's a tricky process. Trying to find like actual, trying to find like what's the word I'm looking for? Like trying to find like singers that actually like are down to like work.
Actually do,
Trying to find artists that are actually down to work, because like a lot of times you'll get like half-ass answers, and that can be like a little, you know, annoying when they don't pull through. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I'm not as responsive. I could be like busy doing something, but yeah, that happens a lot. It's probably the most annoying part about it.
Yeah. Can you walk us through like what does a day in your life look like? I'm sure it changes.
Oh yeah.
Eric's making faces behind the camera.
Oh yeah.
All right, give me like an average day.
An average day.
As average as you can make it.
I'll give you one.
Or a crazy day. Give us both.
During the week, and then during the weekend.
Weekend, yeah, perfect.
All right.
Those are two different. Like I'll wake up and then my phone has been just assaulted by like so many messages.
Assaulted.
Assaulted. Yeah, because I wake up and I'm like, oh, fuck, like so much shit I gotta answer. So I'll be just like, literally I'll get up, I'll be in bed for like an hour or two, just like trying to answer everything or just respond to everything.
Yeah.
And then obviously get up, eat. Then I'll get back to my favorite place to work and do everything that I need to do, like flyer wise and like even like production wise, because I can do it at home. I literally do it on my kitchen island. I don't know what it is. I mean, like the fridge is right there. I love it. Yeah. But I literally will just get up, sit on my kitchen. After I'm eating, I'll just like literally sit there for hours, like doing some work. And maybe I take a break, play some Call of Duty with him. We've been doing that a lot lately.
Yeah. Where you chefing up? Huh? Where you chefing up in the kitchen? What are you gonna make?
Oh, I mean, like if it's like breakfast, I'm super basic, but I'll make like I'll do like I'll probably do like a Dominican style, so I'll just do like eggs with fucking sliced salami fried with some fried cheese and stuff.
Hell yeah.
All right, I need to come over.
Huh?
Yeah.
I need to come over.
We're dropping by.
Yeah, I'm dropping by. That shit sound good.
Hell yeah.
It's fucking great. It's great. Yeah. I have this like weird thing. I don't give a fuck to tell you guys. I have this weird thing I've been doing like recently. I love glizzies, no diddy. But like I won't eat it with a hot dog bun. I'll eat it with a tortilla. So it's kind of like a pig in a blanket. I don't even know.
That's actually kind of a vibe. Like that sounds like it would be good.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I love glizzies, no diddy.
Who's gonna try it later?
Yeah. What? Yeah.
Yeah. And then so the rest of the day will just be once I finish everything that I like set for myself to do. Like say if I have a studio session planned, then obviously we'll go there. We'll probably bring like a bottle of liquor, some drink just to
Loosen up a little bit.
Yeah. Or, I mean it really depends, but usually my days are pretty chill.
Nice.
Also, a lot of it's like organizing for the weekend. Like, all right, what we got to do this weekend? Are we doing anything before? Just it really depends on like how busy the weekend's gonna be.
Yeah.
But my day's pretty chill. As far as the weekend goes, that's a whole different story. Most of the time, like we'll go out Thursday nights, to to just like network with people, just to be out, just to have fun. Because even though I'm DJing Friday and Saturday nights, I'm technically working. So
Right.
Yeah.
I mean I do have fun doing it, but I don't really get to hang out with my friends like that.
Yeah.
So a Thursday night we'll be just going out, just with all the guys and just drinking and having fun and all that
Yeah.
stuff. So then like come Friday I'll probably wake up at like 1 p.m. do the same shit, and then just like get myself mentally prepared for everything.
Yeah.
Then get to the venue. We like to try and get there a little early,
Yeah.
just to make sure everything's good, because you never know like what like can go wrong as far as or what you need. Like for example, sometimes I'll show up and they'll be like, "Oh, you need to bring your equipment." I'll be like, "Fuck."
Yeah.
So thank God I came early. I don't live that far, so boom, boom,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smart.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then DJ, and then usually we'll hit up some after hours, and then after the after hours we might do another afties, but not like a. We'll probably go to my boy's crib or some shit like that. He lives
Double
in
afters.
I know,
Oh
yeah,
my
right?
God,
He
not
lives
the
in
double
the piazza,
afters.
so sometimes we'll just go right to the pool
Yeah.
right after.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
That's sweet.
And then just hang out till the sun comes up, and then which we did that last night.
So do you sleep at all, or does that not really happen?
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Once
I got questions.
everyone asks me that usually a lot, because like even since I go to sleep late,
Yeah.
it's been like I do that every single day. So sleep is like very I don't sleep much.
Yeah. Just more like night owl schedule kind of vibe.
Yeah. However, like Sunday nights or Monday nights, that's when I get like the bulk of my sleep.
Yeah.
I'll be dead for like 12 hours.
I get it. I'm
No.
sure.
Oh yeah.
After some of those shows, have you done any shows recently that you're like really stood out to you? Like a really good crowd?
Yeah. I mean, for the most part, everything we do is exciting. It's always a blast when we're DJing at Noto because it's a giant.
Yeah.
Noto's fun.
So like, Cinco de Mayo was fire. Like that whole weekend was fire. We had that Friday night. That was packed. That was packed as fuck actually. And what was funny about that day was that whole weekend I was like booked like to do shit earlier in the day and then at night. So like that night we had to do Cavs River Deck during the day. So we were there for like 4 hours. We were just drinking. It wasn't Cavs. Yeah. It wasn't really like much happening. So see, that's my problem too, right? When I start DJing and if it's slow, I'll just like kind of like fiddle faddle, like I can't sit still.
Yeah.
So I'll resort to just either like pressing buttons or like drinking a lot. So I've got to like chill on that because I only get too late.
You go for open beat.
Huh?
I said you go for open beat.
Oh yeah. But so we were drinking that whole time, and then we just kept drinking throughout the day, and then finally Noto hits. We're there. Everyone's already like trash. I was like, I gotta sober up a little bit.
Yeah.
Because for me at least, Noto, it's a pretty big venue, so that can hold, I think, like 1,500 people.
Yeah.
I'm not saying there was 1,500 that night, but there was a good amount, so like, I gotta sober up, get my energy right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So it sounds like Noto's probably your favorite spot to play.
It's
Philly.
definitely one of them. Definitely, I would say the most draining too for me at least.
How much does it like take out of you in general to do it? Because like I love my EDM, I really do, and I love my shows, but I love my sleep too. And it sounds like you don't get much of that. So.
No. I mean, it really depends. It really depends. I think for me, the size of the venue, because like they're feeding off of you, they're feeding off your energy, your performance. So like, I feel like for me, the bigger it is, the more people there are, the more I feel like I have to give.
Yeah.
So like, for example, when I'm done DJing Noto, I'm like fucking like, yo, I'm like, I don't even know if I want to do after these. I want to go home and just like chill out, even though we never really do chill, but still. But yeah, no, it takes a lot.
Yeah. So is how you were raised, brought up, is that weaving into how you like produce music, how you currently, the songs you play now at venues, does that have any impact on what you currently do?
Yeah. Since so before I even signed on with Latin Vibes.
Yeah. What is that?
So Latin Vibes essentially is I don't even know how would you even consider it. It's essentially like an event group which they throw like parties every Friday, Saturday.
Okay.
Sometimes during the week.
Yeah.
If they decide to do something during the week,
mm-hmm.
but they'll just it's just throwing Latin events with just Latin music. I mean, I'll still play some hip hop, some like pop, some EDM. Obviously, there's Latin house and all that stuff, but for the most part, it's all Latin music. So, but before then, I would play like a lot of Spanish music, but not that much.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't get away with too much bachata, too much merengue, stuff like that. Love that shit.
Yeah.
But when I got with Latin Vibes, I'm like, yes, I get to play all this. I get to go back to like my childhood, where like whenever my mother was cleaning the house, she would just be blasting bachata or merengue típico. So I was just like, yo, this is like brings back so much memories. But
yeah, bachata is a vibe. I have a good friend of mine. He's Latin as well, and he takes me to bachata nights in the city. Like, they have it. I think like every Thursday. Lucha. Yeah, Lucha.
I think you guys stopped there this past Thursday, actually.
Yeah. And it's a vibe. It's definitely a vibe. I had no idea what I'm doing, but
I didn't know you were a dancer.
Oh yeah, I got hips. I got hips. I got hips.
Something new right now.
I got hips.
Okay.
I got hips.
I got hips.
I got hips. Yeah.
Show us. share with the class
Nah,
right now.
I'm
No? Okay.
Yo.
Yeah.
I say we'll move the
We
table.
can move
right
the
now.
table. We got space.
Damn, put me on the spot. Oh man, let me do it. But has there been any like inspiration from like artist-wise that you stem like your music from? Like you draw inspiration. You mentioned Yellow Claw for EDM. Has there
Yeah,
any from,
Yellow
like,
Claw. I mean, not so much anymore. They do like a whole different like they're like way off the deep end on like hard style stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like they changed a lot, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
They were doing a lot of trap for a while, which is when I was listening to them, but I feel like they just make new stuff now.
Yeah, yeah. They have a lot of shit that they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll do like I think you call it speed house.
Speed
I don't
house?
even know, like with regular house. I
That's
don't know if that's
new.
the,
I don't even
I don't
know
know if
what
that's
that
the
is.
proper name for it,
Yeah.
but it's like, you know, houses at
Yeah.
128,
Yeah,
like anywhere
yeah.
from like 120 to like 134 BPM if you really want.
Yeah.
They'll do shit like that's at like at 160, like house will be like pop, pop, pop.
Oh yeah.
Oh damn.
Gotcha.
They'll stick with like hard
no
style
idea.
too, which is again, I mean, I don't mind it.
Yeah.
I'm not too big of a fan on like hard style like
It's not my
dubstep.
favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like you just have to be at a festival and just really just like to
Yeah.
really vibe with that. But yeah, like some old like classic Yellow Claw when they were super big, like doing the Mad Decent Block Party. But yeah, Yellow Claw. Who else? Obviously Diplo. He's the fucking
He's the
goat.
goat,
Like,
yeah.
He's the fucking goat. Just being able to stand out and just try and blend all these genres together and from like Florida, Miami bounce and all that music and then bring the fucking reggae with like
Yeah.
major laser stuff, like
Yeah.
shit's amazing. Who else? Obviously like Looney Tunes, like they are like the goats of like reggaeton, like they pretty much sculpted that sound like in the early 2000s when it was first getting big, like
I don't think I've ever heard of them.
yeah, I mean like they have like pretty much every notable hit. I mean I could go off on like what song, like Gasolina, that's
That's
Yep.
them, like that
Damn.
like a lot of reggaeton back then sounded just like that, and it was just all their stuff. Like
Oh wow.
them, Tiny, Tiny's like super big right now. Ever since he linked up with Bad Bunny, he's like one of his like top guys right now.
Yeah.
With him, Bad Bunny, and J Balvin, and I mean I'm a huge Bad Bunny fan. I mean I even have his album tattooed on my wrist, but yeah,
Oh, I love
it
that.
stands for Yo hago lo que me da la ganas. Essentially, what that means is like I do what the fuck I want.
He really does though.
Yeah, yo.
At this point, like
He don't miss. He
Yeah.
don't miss. At least for me, he does. That's great. But yeah, like that music. Let's see what else. There's another big one. Motherfucker. It'll come to me eventually, but yeah.
alright, that's fucking that.
Well, we're talking about festivals here. Like, do you have any that you would ever want to see yourself playing? To be like, oh, I made it. Like, if I got to do this show or this venue in general.
Yeah, I feel like I speak for most DJs who are in, EDM, like EDC, obviously. Any of the EDC or
I was
like
going to say which one.
Ultra.
There's one going on this weekend,
well,
right?
EDC Vegas.
Vegas.
That's the big
Vegas?
one.
That's a big one.
That's the big one. Tomorrowland, that's
Yep.
Yeah.
obviously Ultra.
Belgium?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, those are like the big three. There's definitely more festivals that I'm not, but yeah.
Damn.
But yeah.
Do you ever attend them just as like a patron?
You know, that's funny. Funny you say that. No,
Really?
I don't. Yeah, no. I'm not really much of like, it probably sounds weird to say, but like I don't really like being like in that crowd like that. Cause like I'd be like in a way back or like on the side just like jamming out, listening.
I get it.
Like those festivals, they're in there. Like
I
they're
feel that way
Yeah.
too.
they're like jumping, they're mosh pitting, all that shit.
Oh yeah, no.
That's me. That's usually me.
Yeah, no.
I'm in that.
I used to.
No.
I'm in there.
At the
I'm on the outskirts.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I'm like
Yeah.
on the side dancing. Like
yeah, first time was that Mad Decent Block Party
Yeah.
when Yellow Claw was getting them to what was the record? When Prison Riot first came out, I don't know if you remember that trap.
oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, them
From
Closer
forever
Bounds.
ago. Was that like 2013? or
Yeah,
something?
yeah,
my
but
God.
like, dude, that would make the fucking most wildest
Everybody loses their mind.
mosh pit, and that's like the first one. I was like, yo, this is wild. I'm never doing this again. I'm fucking tired.
I'm
like,
gonna get injured in here.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
especially you. Like you're
I'm
small.
so small. Yeah.
You're
No.
you're gonna get.
Oh no, you have to like. I hate when you go to a festival and people are rude, and I feel like so much of that has started to grow with the fact that like just the EDM scene has been getting bigger.
Yeah.
Like it's more of like a popular thing to do now than I feel like it used to be.
Yeah.
So you definitely, I've noticed that in some crowds where it's like people are pushing and shoving their way through, and it's like, dude, come on, don't be like that. That's why I stay on the outskirts. I'm like, I'm just dance in the corner, have my space.
Yeah, or at least see if I can find somebody to take me like backstage or something like that, so I can just vibe in peace and shit. Yeah.
I didn't know Oos was you were in the crowds.
I was in the crowds.
He's moshing.
Yeah, until I got decked.
Oh, see, that's why you don't do that.
That's what you got time.
Yeah.
I got decked. Luckily, I didn't lose any teeth, but I'm like, damn.
Oh my God.
Nah, I think I got elbowed. But the guy who did elbow me, like, came over, is like, oh, my bad, like, I'm going crazy too much. Like
Okay,
that.
yeah.
So
Okay.
it was
Yeah,
all
yeah,
good.
it's
Yeah.
fine.
So, but that's pretty much it.
That's the easiest way to get lose a tooth.
Yeah.
Chip a tooth.
No thanks, I'm good.
Oh no.
It was like one of my first times doing it. It was at Made in America too.
Oh yeah.
Who's moshing at Made in America?
I think
Because some of the stages they'll have like.
There's
EDM
something,
artists.
they do have EDM artists. And it was someone like.
Is that when Burna Boy came? Or?
No, this was like before. It was like 2017.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Are you talking about Travis Scott or no?
I think Travis.
When he did the Birds in the Trap segment, dude. His DJ his setup was amazing. Whatever. What's his DJ's name? Chase B, I think it is. I can't remember.
Travis?
Yeah, Travis is DJ. I can't remember. But they had the dope setup. Like the whole thing was like a Terminator, like half Terminator, half Travis's face. I was like, yo, this is dope.
God damn.
They were, dude. That was amazing. His performance there. I was like, yo, this guy is.
He's an entertainer.
This guy, yeah. Dude, there was a random little. There was a random tree in the middle of like the fucking crowd. This motherfucker just walks out and climbs it and just starts like performing on the tree. I'm like, dude, you're gonna fucking die, like, or at least jump and I guess you could crowd surf.
Somebody would probably catch him.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
he'd be good.
Yeah, he's. I mean, from what it looks like, he's not a big dude, so he can easily just.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Oh, so funny.
Is there someone that you will rather collab with on the track that you look at as inspiration?
Like a bigger artist, I would like
Bigger
to.
artist, yeah.
I mean, again, Diplo, that'd be fucking.
That'd be the
amazing.
person?
Yeah.
That'd be amazing. Honestly, yeah, I mean Diplo, but I would love to work with Skrillex, just because like,
Love Skrillex.
cause like you see a lot of like studio or like behind the scenes or studio videos of a couple artists like doing some work here and there, but like Skrillex, every time I've seen one, he's like, his drum programming is like crazy.
Yeah.
Like it's insane to see him work, especially like he'll just do shit right on his laptop, right on Ableton. He doesn't need you don't really need the giant studio scene. Like, really. You can literally do everything. Like I said, I do everything in my kitchen, so you can get away with doing that. But the way he does it and it's insane.
Yeah, he was just here for Hijinks. He played at the convention center
Yeah.
last December. That was great. I mean, he's never he can't be bad. He can't
Yeah,
come out and
no.
put on a bad show.
Yeah,
like, that's
no,
just not how it works.
He's a fucking goat. He's
Yeah.
a fucking goat.
Yeah, I actually never seen him perform live.
Really?
No, I haven't seen him
Yeah,
perform.
I've never seen him perform live either.
Yeah.
It's just
Great.
like, yeah, no, I mean, dude, all the music he comes out with and just, you can't, like, at first you'd be like, yo, he's that dubstep guy. Now, like, he's doing everything.
He's
Everything.
everything.
Nothing he can't do. It's great.
What's what you said about energy? Like his crowd control and like the energy that he brings out, I think like everybody feeds off of that so well.
Yeah.
He just knows how to start a party.
Yeah, that,
Right.
see, when it comes to, like, this industry and, like, DJing and stuff like that, that's what I always, like, try to, like, I guess what's the word I'm looking for? Like, keep in mind. Because I feel like, for me, obviously I'm a producer, but I'm a performing artist first, DJ second. So it's like the performances. That's how you get remembered. That's how you elevate.
That's very true. I think the first time I saw you DJ is probably with Illmatic, maybe with a back-to-back, but
That's my guy.
your energy like on stage with two of you guys immaculate. Like you guys just feed off each other, going back and forth in terms of switching
Oh, yeah.
songs.
That's my guy. That's my
And
guy.
it's just natural and fluid.
Oh yeah, no, that's my guy. That's my guy. Maybe like I want to say like maybe like a year or two. We just happen to be paired up like a lot, so it was funny as shit.
How does doing a B2B work? Like that's probably like a silly question. You see it all the fucking time.
Yeah.
But like, how does that work when you have two separate people?
Honestly, it really depends. I mean, like fortunately, I've got to every back to back I've done. I was always like really good friends with them. So
Yeah.
like, we just feed off each other's energy, like you guys said.
Yeah.
You vibe. And there's certain points where like I'll be like, all right, I'll do this, do that. I'll take the reins a little bit. You won't see it. And then there's times where I'll be like, all right, now you take control, blah, blah, blah. So we could go song for song, maybe 2 songs per 2 songs, or like you get 30 minutes, I'll get 30 minutes, then we'll do like 10 minutes each. Like it really just depends on the vibe,
And I guess having like a pretty similar style is probably important too.
Oh, yeah,
Or can you mesh them?
That's yeah. I mean, I don't think you necessarily need to have a similar style. It does help.
Yeah.
It does help make things
To keep it like fluid
Yeah,
as it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
flowing.
Yeah, but even I feel like every DJ I've worked with is very they don't just have one style. They can do a bunch of
Yeah.
stuff. So.
I'm
Yeah.
thinking of like the set that I really liked was Subtronics B2B John Summit that they
Yo, wait. I did not know John Summit gets like.
It was crazy. He's been saying like he's been doing a lot of dubstep
Really?
more recently.
Yeah.
Like he's breaking into it a little bit more. I still think he's like
More
mostly
houses?
house.
Yeah.
And I love him. I think he's great. But like when Sub was playing and he was like, "Do you mind if I bring out John Summit for a hot minute?" And he rolls out and they like it flowed so well. It sounded good, but you could tell like who was playing what. Like who
Yeah.
was deciding on what track when you're hearing something that's like that is absolutely like super heavy dub, like
Yeah.
it's Sub. But then he'd mix in, like John Summit would mix in a little bit of house there. And it kind of flowed like differently than you would expect.
Yes.
I
That's
feel like
wild.
so much of what I've seen at festivals is like, all right, one singular like dubstep artist. It's just banger, 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 heavy
Yeah.
drop. That's it. But seeing it like back and forth like that, you almost get a break.
I know.
It's kind of
Yeah.
sick.
That's I remember seeing like a clip recently of John Summit just going hard on. We with dubstep. I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
what in the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
I thought you just do like no, and this is no offense to him.
Yeah.
I thought you do like day party pool music.
Yeah.
Like, and
Right.
there's nothing wrong with that. I fucking love that shit.
Yeah.
That's just
It's
a
a
vibe.
vibe.
It's a
I
vibe.
think he still does. Like I think that's
Yeah.
still has his like residencies and stuff like that
Yeah.
in Vegas and all that.
But like to be doing like that's complete like left turn. I'm here for it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
I feel like that's the building connections in the industry is like you just make friends with somebody and then you're like, oh cool, let's B2B.
Yeah.
Like why not?
And Subtronics of all people, holy
Right?
shit. Yeah, that goes hard.
Yeah.
That's dope.
So you're one of the few artists we brought on who has like a manager.
Yeah.
How's that dynamic work?
Honestly, it doesn't even feel like it.
Yeah.
Be honest, because I mean, my best friend too, so it's like it makes everything like super easy, and he understands me, I understand him. We know when it's time to get down to business, and I don't know. It's really weird. Actually, it's not really weird. It's just it doesn't even feel like it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe it. It doesn't even feel like it.
That's good. That's good.
It's friendship more than
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
But like business partnership, like you're working
Yeah,
together.
yeah. But again, it's just we're friends. I know it's a lot of times people say you don't want to bring friends or family into like business and stuff like that, but like it's working out.
Yeah.
Doing great. Like he's really helping me gain more traction, get more content, and just be more, I guess. Because does he do take care of the business aspect? Yeah. But dude, when we're at these shows, he's like always networking. Always networking, always trying to meet everybody, trying to get everyone's Instagram.
Yeah.
Yo, follow us. Yo, come check this out. What was it? You were saying that last night. You're a whore for networking. I was cracking up. Because he's always trying to get everyone's number. And it's like,
In a good way.
no, in a good way. Not in a way like, oh, I'm going to try and get these girls, whatever. No. It's never that. Like, last night we had a pretty big show over at Noto. DJ Luyan, he's like another like heavy producer DJ in reggaeton. And of course, He took photos with him. But and like he's an amazing producer. But of course, like Eric is like, all right, I gotta see if I can get his people's info, this and the third, take photos. He's there. So
That's what you need. It's good to have like someone in your corner.
Oh yeah.
Who's a good friend, family member, but will also go to battle for you,
Yeah.
get shit done, and then
does he go to battle for me?
Yeah.
He
Good.
Swinging, yeah.
Like that. But also like keep you focused too. Like
Yeah.
you need to be here at this time to get this done.
He gets on my ass all the time. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes, I'll be like a little lazy and be like, you gotta do this. You gotta do this. I'll be like, all right.
Let's go. I like that. Hey.
You get it done. That's what matters, right?
Yeah. Eventually, but yeah. But yeah, no. I mean, like, yeah, he definitely is on my ass about a lot of shit, which is good. I need that.
Yeah.
How long would you say it takes you, like, making a new track, like, start to finish?
Dude, that really
Probably depends.
It is really like not. That's difficult to say because there's never really like for example, like I pretty much like just wrapped up like first like full original song that's just by me. I've been working on that shit for like 2 years, literally.
Wow.
Yeah, because I've been going through different variations of it, different versions of it.
You're a picky guy.
I'm so fucking picky too. Because like, I'll finish a session, I'll be like, fuck yeah, sounds great. And then the next session, I'll be like, the fuck, I don't like this. And then I'll switch it around. And then the next one will be like, you know what, I liked how I did it before. Like, it really depends. Sometimes again, this track took 2 years. Other tracks will take fucking like 2 weeks or something like that.
Yeah.
So.
You say you released it?
No, not yet.
Not yet?
Not yet.
All right, so.
Coming soon?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
All right.
I'm kind of like going through like a different, like a DJ producer moniker. Just because like Santino is like Santino's been like the brand of it, just more like an open format Latin DJ. And I kind of wanted to do a separate brand that's more like production, producer, like based to do those EDM shows.
Yeah.
The name is Pink Poppy.
Yeah.
Love the color pink.
I love that.
Poppy. You know what I mean?
I love it.
I like that. I feel like a lot of artists do that. They get, I don't want to say pigeonholed into like one genre, but they're perceived as that one particular genre.
Yeah.
So they create another persona to be able to release new music that they actually want to release.
Yeah.
Which is a great strategy overall.
Yeah. I realize my graduating. Yeah, no, definitely you'll see that a lot. I think like going back to Skrillex, like before he was known as the dubstep, and then I think him collaborating with Diplo for Jack U kind of helped bring him into the pop world.
I miss Jack U so much.
Yeah.
I think about them every other day. Not that much, but I want them
Every
back.
day.
Every
Yeah, that was dope. Yeah.
It was so good. Like I have vivid memories of like that was the pregame music in 2015. Nobody that I lived with liked EDM, so I was like, "Buckle up, ladies! Like this is what we're pregaming to with our like handle of Malibu rum." You know?
Yeah.
You know how it was in college. Like we got Jack U on in the background, but they were good.
Yeah.
That was like
man.
real blending of genres.
It was good. I mean, it's been not to mention the whole Justin Bieber aspect of it, because back then he was like known as like the kid.
Yep.
And everyone was like clowning him a little bit just because he was like, oh, you're singing for these little girls, and then that took him to like next level. I feel like that helped him.
He closed, I think it was Ultra in like 2015 or something like that, 2014 with that track, that Where Are You Now song.
Yeah.
That was huge.
Oh yeah. Where Are You Now? And what was the other song? It was called Mind. That shit fucking.
Yeah, it's a good one.
That was great. But yeah, I mean,
If they're watching it right now, bring it back. Diplo, Justin Bieber, and Skrillex. Bring back another collab for us.
Oh, that'd be fire.
I would love that. If I'm responsible for bringing Jack U back, I should be paid for it, all right?
Yeah.
So, please compensate me.
Yeah. At least an appearance in the music videos.
All right?
Right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That'd be fucking dope. I love that. So you mentioned that, like, we know your favorite venue in Philadelphia to play at. Is there a major city that you like playing at as well?
I mean, I haven't really DJed in too many places. Like Philly, Atlantic City, some areas of North Jersey. I did New York once. I would say I don't really have a favorite yet because I still have more to explore.
Yeah.
I think a good place to start would be Miami. I think you'll fucking crush
Oh
it.
yeah,
you'll
dude,
crush Miami.
everyone tells me
I
this
think
all
you'll
the
crush
time.
it.
Miami,
You
for
crush
sure.
Miami.
Everybody tells me this all the time, and it's just like, yo, I make it connect, and then it just like falls. And I'm like, motherfucker.
Yeah.
So again, this is a networking thing, and especially coming from out of town.
Yeah.
And like that's like a whole different aspect of like networking and all that stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, probably the best way you could do it is like work swap, like bring someone up here from there, and then
Do
bring
that.
it down. But again, like sometimes like shit falls through, so it's
Very true. I
it's
get
a
that.
very tedious process to get to, but eventually, we'll get there. But yeah, no, everyone tells me like, dude, you kill it in Miami.
Yeah.
It fits your vibe for
Yeah.
sure.
Oh yeah,
Like-
I think so too. I think so.
Have you
too.
been before?
Yeah, I've been to Miami.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
been
just
to
haven't
Miami.
played? Yeah.
No, yeah, just haven't played there, unfortunately. But
Soon enough.
yeah, hopefully,
Yeah.
hopefully, fingers crossed.
Pink Poppy.
Pink Poppy.
Pink
Poppy.
Poppy in
Yeah.
Miami, yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be
You
hard.
crush it. Crush it, Miami.
Yeah.
So one way that we like to kind of end the show, wrap things up, it's like a 2-part question.
Okay.
What's the best advice you've ever received that you like to share with other people? And then what's the advice that you've been given that you felt like was terrible advice overall that you don't want to share with anyone?
I guess probably the best advice. I mentioned it earlier, but just obviously the networking matters, and you gotta do that. But like, you gotta be like, you can't be like a dickhead. Like you gotta be like, I feel like be genuine. Like be who you are, because eventually people will see through the bullshit.
Yeah.
Eventually, like, if you try to pretend like, oh, I'm like this way, and people, yeah, like just be genuine. Honestly, just be genuine, and hungry. Be genuine and hungry. You really want that shit. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm telling you, this is not for the weak. This is not for like the people that want to half-ass it. Because there's other there's people like me, other DJs who are fucking hungry. Like, yo, you're gonna half-ass it? All right, move, get out the way. Sorry. Like, sorry.
Nah.
Yeah, being genuine. And then what was the other one?
What's the worst advice that someone has shared with you that you wouldn't recommend anyone take?
Worst advice.
Yeah.
Worst advice. That's a tricky one. I really gotta think about.
We got the
one.
hard-hitting questions on this
Yeah,
podcast.
that's a difficult one. Like the worst advice. Worst advice. I don't know. I don't really come to think of it. I don't know, cause like if it's like really bad advice, it'll literally just go in one ear and out the other.
Yeah.
Like there's times
That's
where
important though.
Yeah.
there's times where I'm literally like I say this all the time. I have like the memory of a fish. Like like I'll retain the most random like shit, but then there's a lot of shit that I don't. And so bad advice, I feel like if I hear it, it's like it just goes in one ear out the other.
If you can like filter it out that easily, like,
Oh, you know
that's,
what?
that's so good.
You know what? There is one thing. There is one thing though. I would say the whole like, and I think there's gonna be DJs that are gonna be mad at me for saying this. The whole stigma of like taking song requests. Like some people like will be like, no song request. Give me $20 for a song request, or they'll be dicks about it. Like you're as a as a DJ, as a performer, like your job is to make people fucking happy, get them dancing. Obviously, if the song request is like bad,
Yeah.
you're not gonna fucking do it. But like sometimes I'll like, people will have the fucking
the phone in the
the
air.
phone in hand or
yep.
something like that, and that might spark something like, oh, you know what? That'd be a good idea. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Again, we're in this industry to, it's a hospitality industry essentially. Like we're in this industry to, get people jumping, get their energy up. So, for someone to say, "Oh, don't take song requests," like no, I'm here to make them happy and dance. So it's like, why not? And you never know, you could get a great idea.
That's gonna be me tonight. Just
By all means,
all night long, right?
Yeah.
I can't wait to see that. That's fun.
Dude, sometimes people be out of pocket with like the song requests. Like,
What's the craziest song request you've ever gotten?
I wouldn't say it's crazy song request. It's the shit that girls will say to try to get me to play the song request.
Oh God, I can't even imagine.
Yeah, like it gets really, it gets like,
It's just crazy.
yeah, like I'll give you an example. When I was, and I still remember this because it was the most insane shit I've ever heard. I was DJing up, like the first spot I was DJing up in New Hope, like, but this is before Philly. And I wasn't really that well acquainted with all EDM artists yet, but some girl was like, yo, can you play Adventure Time? Or Adventure Club?
Adventure Club.
Adventure Time, that's a TV show.
That's a show. Close enough, yeah.
But Adventure Club, and I never heard of them, and I was like, oh, I'm sorry, sweetie, I don't have that, I don't know who that is. And she looks me in the eye, she's like, I promise you, if you play this, it's gonna make all the girls' pussies wet. And I'm like, yo, is Gullible written on the ceiling right now? Like, what in the fuck is going on? Like, what? Like,
That's crazy.
Like, is that real? Like,
crazy statement.
Like, yeah, like, is that real? Like, how naive do you think I am? How gullible do you think I am? Because that is just like, bro, what? Like,
Yeah.
Crazy.
oh yeah, no, I mean, there's been a lot like that, like, just shit like just girls like, oh, I'll blow you in the bathroom or shit like that. I'm like, dude, like, I'll play your song if I have it, but like, don't hit me with that weird shit.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
I'm not,
weird.
like, I'm not doing that. Like, that's
No.
like, you're doing the most with that shit.
That's crazy.
I mean, maybe other DJs will do that, but me, like, no, bro. I don't even fucking know you. Like, I'm cool to, you know, take your song request into consideration, but bro, like, don't hit me with that weird shit. Don't hit me with that weird. Like,
You heard it here first.
Right?
He's
Yeah.
a straight shooter.
just be as forward as you can. That's another good one too. Be as straightforward. Yeah.
Be as aggressive as possible, apparently.
No, not as aggressive. No, just say what you want and then ask for it and then boom, that's it.
Yeah.
Keep it moving. Don't add like a little extra.
Yeah.
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 I'm like, what? Fucking
It's too funny.
Right.
Yeah. The fact I still remember that from like years
Left a
ago.
mark in the
Yeah.
brain,
Yeah, because
like,
I was
for
like, yo,
sure.
what the fuck is this?
It's a crazy thing
Scarred
to say
you.
to somebody. Oh my God.
Yeah, but I mean,
Scarred for life.
yeah.
Oh man.
But I guess, you know what, that kind of, in a way, that kind of helped me because, like, people, like, because they don't give a fuck, so then, like, all right, maybe let me not give a fuck. So, like, I'll just start saying random shit on the mic. I think that's where it probably stems from. Just people with their crazy shit. Oh, yeah.
Be crazy. Be
Yeah.
unhinged.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that on the mic? Yeah, I am. I say
Yeah.
a bunch of wild shit.
I can't wait. It's
It's
good.
so wild. It's,
Oh.
yeah.
Well, thank you for joining the show, man.
Thank you for having
Appreciate
me.
it.
It was
awesome.
a pleasure.
Appreciate it.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
Of course. We'll do a little
Yes.
Yeah.
That's fun. That's cute. I love that. We have a new best friend handshake.
Yeah.
Very
I usually
cute.
do that if I'm like, I can't reach somebody, just give me a little.
My nails reach, so we're good.
Hell yeah, we're good. Hell yeah.
That's a wrap.
But yeah, thank y'all
Yeah.
for having
Bye.
me here.
Any I'm not sure. Any shout outs before?
Any shout out? Yeah, shout out to my manager Eric. I don't know if he can turn the camera. Look at his.
Pop
Get in
in,
here,
pop your
get in
face
here.
in. Oh God. I'll take the light
Shout
down
out to
with
Eric.
you.
Yeah, shout out to Eric. Yeah, best friend manager. Painting my balls. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Like, yeah. I'm a handful too. Yeah. It's okay. But yeah, shout out to Eric. Shout out to the whole squad. You know, like obviously my little brother. Shout out to Gio. Gio's the man.
Nice.
He did some gangster shit last night. I can't say it on camera, but he did some gangster shit last night that I was like so proud. But shout out to Gio. Shout out to Milton. Shout out to Miltinho, his son.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean,
Where can people find you?
yeah, you guys can find me on Instagram, official.santino. And right now I'm building up my other page for Pink Poppy. So Instagram, Pink Poppy 6.
That's good.
And yeah, pretty much I do everything on there, everything on Instagram. And eventually we'll be getting like the YouTube stuff there too, because we have a lot of like recap videos that are fucking dope. Like we just posted one for Latin Vibes last night. That video is fire. So, but also, yeah, I mean, a lot of my content, a lot of my videos are on Latin Vibes pages. So, Latin Vibes group and then Latin Vibes Philly, 2 separate pages. But
All right.
Amazing.
it's actually the same shit. Yeah.
Let's get it. Dope. Appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.